Hello and a very good everyone. So today we will learn on how we can combine files via Power Query. That means we will combine a file using a folder. That means we'll import data from folder and we'll do automation via VBA. So basically combining files and also automation via VBA. So the first thing is we need to actually import data from the folder. So the task is import data from folder. And then how to actually import data from folder? Well, the first thing is we need to click data and then you need to click get data, and then after that you need to click from file, and then eventually you need to click from folder. So once you click from folder, you will notice a box will appear. So a box will appear, and what you need to do is you need to choose the particular folder. Choose the particular folder. That's something that related to your work and so on. Once you choose the folder, then what you need to do is you need to actually click on combine and load or combine and load to. So another box will appear, and in that box what you need to do is you need to press combine and load. So it depends, either it's combine and load or combine and load to, depending on your requirement. Then when you press combine and load to, what you need to do is you need to choose the particular worksheet. So another box will appear and you need to choose the particular worksheet. And then once you choose the particular worksheet, the next thing is you will notice another box will appear. And this box, it depends. If just say you press combine and load to, another box will appear. When you press combine and load, only will load as a table. So it depends whether you want to load as a table or you want to load as a pivot table, pivot chart, or only create connection. But it depending on what Excel version you're using. Okay, so right now in this particular case, what if just say I want to combine files, and these files over here, I want to actually combine it via Power Query and automate via VBA. So like I mentioned, I need to click data, get data from file folder. So here is data, here is get data from file, from folder. So data, get data from file and from folder. But first we need to actually know what are we studying today. Okay, so if you look over here, this is basically a claims folder located in my desktop. So let me open this January report. So in this January report, what if you notice is we do have the claim date, the employee, and so many details. So what I want to know is basically I actually want to know what are the total claims, and I need to combine not only for January, for the upcoming months as well, because in this file we have January claims. So when I close this and I open my folder, so we have like February, March, April up to August. So my manager wants me to combine, and then from there we need to do the analysis like who and so on. So now what I need to do is I need to get data from file, from folder. Data, get data from file, from folder. So like I mentioned, once you click from folder, a box will appear. So this box, a box will appear, the box already here. Choose the particular folder. You need to know where you save. Do you save in documents? Do you save in your downloads? Do you save in your desktop? So apparently I save in a folder called 17 December. I click over here, I click on case study 2, and if you notice, you need to choose the particular folder. So the thing is, you don't have to double click, because when you double click, it will go inside. What you need to do is, as long you click one time, as long you select this, no double click, just click one time. Then you press open. So once you choose the particular folder, another box will appear. So this is another box, but basically it's a window, but I wrote here another box will appear. What you need to do is you need to press combine and load to. So over here we have combine and transform, combine and load, combine and load to. If just say your data is very messy, that means it's not structured in a proper database, you click combine and transform data, it will go to Power Query editor. But when you press combine and load, eventually it will load as a table in a new worksheet. I want to press combine and load to. So when I press combine and load to, you will notice another box will appear, but this time you need to choose the particular worksheet. You need to know what worksheet that will combine. So my worksheet name is claims. So this is the database that I'll combine. Then you press OK. So once you press OK, you will notice that another box will appear. So this case, I want to choose pivot table, but here we have several options like table, pivot table, pivot chart, only create connection. bear in mind, if just say you're using the old Excel version like 2016, you will only have table and only click connection. But what if just say, I don't want pivot table, I only want table, yeah? So when you press table, you press OK, eventually it will actually load as a table. So right now what you notice is, it is actually showing you the January claims report. And the beauty is, if just say I go to my folder, just say year February, so I put the February in my claims and I go to my report and I right click and I refresh, you will notice right now we do have not only for January, we also have for February. So if just say I go to my report, I drag the March, I put inside over here, and then what happen is, if just say I right click and refresh, or you can go to your data over here, you can refresh. So when I click refresh, automatically what happen is, we have January, we have February, we have March. But what if just say, like I mentioned, you don't want to load as a table, you want to load as a pivot table, because maybe you accidentally press tertekan means accidentally press. So I'm going to press here right click and I'll press here load to, I will load as pivot table. So when you load as pivot table, and then you press OK, and then you press OK, and then what you do is just select depending on what is the management requirement. So I'll press here amount and I press here claim date. So apparently we have January report, we have February report, we have March. So right now you may ask me, how can got January, February and March? Because when you go to your claims, you have January, February, March. So you need to select this, and it depends lah, because in this folder right now we have 3 files, so that's why we have the 3 months. But if just say I go back, I put it over here, and yes, I put it back. So right now let me just put it here. Okay, so let me just click this January and February and March, and I'm going to put it in my previous folder. So now in this folder we only have 1 file only. So what you do is same thing, you're going to press here right click and you're going to press refresh. Just like that, it will change. So you can actually do the automation as well. So right now, if just say I go back to my file, I put the February and put it inside claims. When you put the February inside the claims, apparently we now have 2 files. So it's not that January, February. You have to remember one thing, you have now 2 files. So right now the data will be loaded and you refresh, you will have here January and February, because when you have new additional data, it will extract the additional data. And then what I want to do is, basically I want to do some analysis. So right now what I want to do, I'll just put the amount, I put it over here, and then I'm going to press here right click and then show value as, and then I want to show percentage different from. Okay, over here I put here previous and I press OK. So apparently initially we have about 4,368 and now we have 5,700. So there is an increase by 30%. And then what I want to do is, basically I want to actually drag the amount and I put it over here, and I'm going to press here right click and show value as, and then what I want to do is I want to click on running total, and then I press OK. So apparently right now when you have 4,000 plus with 5,000, you'll get about almost 9,000 or 10,000. So this is the amount. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just right click over here, number format, and I'm going to choose accounting and press OK. So I'm going to do the same thing, right click and then number format and accounting, and then press OK. So now this is the data. This thing over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press here right click and sorry, not right click, I'm going to go to home and go to conditional formatting, and then I'm going to choose as the icon sets. So icon sets, depending on what is the requirement. Basically I want to show to my manager that if they say increase means, then put the green arrow. If they say decrease means, put the red arrow. So I'm going to click it over here, and the next thing is, of course, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put here all cells showing sum of amount to. Yep, so all cells showing sum of amount to, or for the months only. So you can just click it over here, and what I want to do is, basically I go to manage rule, I click edit rule. So over here we can see, so if just say it's more than 67%, it will show green arrow. My intention is, basically I want to show that it's more than 0. So more than 0, and then over here so it is 0. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here yes, this is greater than and this one here will be equal to, okay, will be like this. And then I'm going to press here OK. So once I press OK, and yeah, it's this pivot table, particular pivot table, and then press OK. So now the alignment works. The next thing what I want to do is, since we have January, February, I want to put the March, I want it to put it over here. So what happen is, when I right click and I refresh, automatically you'll notice, okay, so in February there's an increase by 30%, but in March we have a reduction. Why there's a reduction? Reduced by 68% because in March we only have about claims about 1,700. So in this case, what if let's say I want to show more details? So I'm going to highlight this, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, greater than. Okay, greater than 0 means I put green color. If they say less than 0 means I want to put red color. So that my manager not only can see the coloring, my manager can see the arrow as well. So I'm going to press here, and then yes, you want to put this, and then you can just click. Okay, all cells show this thing, and then this one also I need to do the same thing. I just have to go here, manage rule, because we have these 3 rules. Okay, this rule as well. So I'm going to click here, edit rule. So make sure it is all cells going to click this, press OK, and then you can just check. Okay, so this one also, make sure you click this. Okay, alright, and then I'm going to just press OK. So there you go. So now what happened is, I just want to put my April and I put it over here. You will notice that when I right click and I refresh, automatically what happened is, we can see, okay, what's the performance and so on. So now what I want to do is, I want to make my English better, because my manager don't want the word sum of amount. So I put here total claims, or maybe the better word will be monthly claims, because we have claims month by month. So monthly claims here will be month on month trending, because we want to see the percentage, whether it's increase or what. And this is the cumulative claims or year to date claims. Okay, so right now this is the data, and I want to change the format. So I go to design, I choose this one is not mandatory, but depending on you how you want to accommodate your manager, you can choose any coloring you want. So maybe I'll just go to this particular data. Okay, so now this is how it looks, and I'm going to press here Control A. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to place it over here. So now we do also have another pivot table, and this pivot table, what I want is, I want to actually remove the claim date, remove the days, remove the months, and there you go. Remove the Y to date also. What I actually want to show is, I want to show the monthly allocation. So in this case, what I want to do is, I'll just click on the expenses category. Okay, so like for example, we have the meals, mileage, and so on. And what I want to do right here is, instead of this trending, right click, I want to show value as, and I want to click percentage of grand total. So my manager can see, okay, what is the highest claim? So apparently traveling, because if you work in audit firm or you work in consulting firm, you travel to client office, you need to travel, you know, the mileage and so on. So yeah, and then I'm going to press here right click. I want to sort largest to smallest. So this thing over here, what you do is, of course, here instead of monthly, here you can put here total claims. Okay, so total claims, and here will be maybe a percentage allocation or the apportionment, pengagihan dalam bentuk peratus. So now we do have the data, and if just say you want to show the monthly, it's up to you. So maybe I just want to put the months and I want to put it over here, up to you. So for example, like you can see, okay, January 14% goes to travel, 24% goes for travel, and then this is how you can actually tell the story and so on. Okay, so this is how you can tell the story, and let me just close this. So this is how the data works. But what if just say I want to actually put another data? So when I put another data over here, just say the May, I drag it, I put over here, and I right click and I refresh. So what happened is, now we have here May, and over here also we have here May. So apparently what happened is, like I told you, you can actually provide Power Query, use Power Query to combine the files, and then you refresh. But in this case, what we will learn is, we will learn VBA to do the coding. So you need to have developer. But just see you really don't have developer, don't worry. Right click, you click customize ribbon. Make sure you tick the developer over here. Okay, so we have a developer ribbon, and when you tick, automatically it's free of charge. So you click the developer. So the developer, you go to Visual Basic. The keyboard shortcut is Alternate F11. But never mind, I'm going to use my mouse. I'm going to click here, Visual Basic. So I'm going to use a code whereby I want to actually create a coding to automate my report. I'm going to write here sub update, okay, dim abc. Basically what I want to say is I want to declare the variable abc as pivot table, okay, and then I want to set abc as the sheets. Okay, this one the spelling have to be correct, because if you never put as or you never put this thing, it will have an error. So make sure that what the worksheet is claims CL. Okay, so I'm going to put here claims, okay, and then full stop pivot table. Okay, this one make sure the pivot table got 2T and the pivot table got S plural, because they want to know which table you're referring to. So basically I want to refer this pivot table analyze over here is pivot table 1. So I will copy this and I'll paste here. Okay, then after that abc refresh table. So this is the code. So right now what happened is it just say I have a new data. Okay, whatever, when I click a code here, so let's say I click yes. Okay, so let me just draw over here and I put here update. Okay, so let me just adjust the size. Okay, so now it looks better. So when I right click and I assign macro and then I click on update and then I press OK. So now if you see here, now we do have the files like June, July, August. So just say I put the June, I put it inside here. And then what happened is when I click update, you will notice, okay, here we have June, here also we have June. Okay, so now if they say I have the July and August, because in this file we have July, we have August. I just put what? I drag it, put it over here, and then I just click update. Just like that, we do have the data. So the beauty is, just now we learned Power Query to combine the files. We also can learn VBA to automate it. Just one click is game over. So this is how you can automate your report and so on. And you can actually analyze, because apparently when just say you have your database, so you can just see, you can look at the numbers and you can understand like why you got 400, why you got this amount. You can actually understand and so on. So apparently if just say for example here meals is 450, you want to know, okay, who used the 450? So you can just double click over here and then we can see, okay, who spent what, and so on. So we can actually use pivot table to do the data analysis. We can use Power Query to do the combination, importing data, transforming data. We can use VBA to automate your report.